Whole thing's just me us dancing.
Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy. He's a rich guy who didn't drown in a submarine yet. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
Day's not over. How I'm a rich guy. I live in the Heights. I'm a little like Fallujah here. It's going to pop, pop, pop the whole show. They go very long in this holiday.
Okay, we've already had some people. We've had some fireworks go off. Last night, I thought somebody was knocking on my door. I'm pretty sure it's the guy across the street shooting them.
Naturally. Well, everyone who shoots them down the block, we're at their apex because of the topography. Everybody's got their problems.
The apex, like the UFC training center?
That's exactly the one. No, so as the city goes like this, we're up the hill with the elites, looking down onto the peons, but we let them have their night, their fireworks. So as they shoot from the street, as it pops at its apex, it's like in front of our window, and you feel the thing rocking. You don't even know. This house is rocking. Please come down.
Like I said, a rich guy who hasn't died in a submarine drowning yet.
Yeah, but I almost died on a golf course. It was really hot yesterday.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays we do it live. Saturdays we post it later. We have a show for you today. Zach has more to say. Go ahead, just get it out.
Hold on, what?
You're missing the fireworks show.
I got a thing going on here with Alan.
Well, you're missing the 4th of July fireworks. Postpone it.
Yeah, go with you. We'll deal with it later.
Look, I can do the show on my own. Believe me, I have plenty to talk about, dude.
Fine. Well, better than that, we can do the beer thing. Happy 93rd birthday, Anita. And happy 94th birthday, America.
Anita, order me a Mai Tai.
93rd birthday today. Born on the 4th of July.
My sister's on a cruise right now, and she's not a big drinker. She never really did the whole go out college thing. So she texted me the other day. She goes, send me a list of some drinks that I can get. And I give her anything under the sun. She wrote me back, and I quote, Mai Tai, never again.
Why? How many did she have?
You would have thought it was the Holocaust the way she was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that ever again. Can't say that.
Well, I mean, your list like Schindler's? Anyway, why was it so bad? Throwing up over the side?
When she gets back, I'll have you call her. Okay, buddy?
Ooh, I really will. I will. Why do I care?
Zach, we have a great show for everybody. I think this is going to be an amazing mission. Happy 4th of July, because we're Jewish and we're doing a show today.
What a stretch.
Before we get to today's episodes, why don't you tell everybody what you are drinking?
Because it's America. Bud Light and Sam Adams. Founding fathers.
Bud Light, you're not afraid your schwanz is going to fall off? That's what happens these days.
Absolutely. It's already fallen off. Fell off somewhere in the Johnson administration. What about you there, champ?
Well, I'm going to do your bit. From the back of the fridge brewery, from my bachelor party, I found another one. Dually Flying Fish Brewing Company. It's a double IPA, 8%. Going to get me fish-knickered. So it's made in New Jersey, Somerdale, New Jersey. I got to clean out my fridge, Zach. I don't know if I've told you this. Julia bought a fridge when we moved into this place.
Water.
This fridge is double your car payment, and it's broken no less than 7 times. I mean,
why is it so expensive? We paid cash, but nevertheless, why is it so expensive?
A rich guy who hasn't drowned in a submarine yet.
Why is this fridge so expensive?
You push a button and it makes a boiling hot water. It takes a little bit of time to get there, but that's what it does. So anyway, the guy came out finally for the 7th time. And this time, because every time he goes, no, we have to fix it. He called the place and goes, I'm not coming back. Give them a new fridge.
What brand is it?
GE, but we bought it from Home Depot, and Home Depot is basically like, no, you got to go through GE. It's been an absolute nightmare, but we're getting a new fridge on Thursday.
Nice.
Got to clean everything
American
else out.
Brands, GE and Home Depot. Fire in the
Release
hole.
the Kraken.
Yeah, let's get
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, L'chaim. He's texting. Doesn't stop.
Episode 187 in all caps. Fireball.
That's what we should have drank today. Those are disgusting. I'd much rather the Doctor. Same brand.
The Doctor?
McGillicuddy.
But it's a different flavor.
Yeah, but it's the same company. I think they're the same assembly line.
Fireball and the Doctor is the same
so.
company?
I think they are.
Did I tell you about the bachelor party that I went on with Eat the Rat's brother-in-law, who's half his family's Italian, half is Irish, and their big thing is, do you need a doctor's visit? And I look at them, I'm like, no, I feel fine. Like, you need a doctor's visit, don't you? I'm like, what the hell are you talking? Next thing you know, they're just shoving shots of peppermint schnapps down here. You're like, okay, thanks.
And the setup is worth it. It's worth the journey they take you on. As opposed to like, do you just want to drink? No, they go through the preamble.
Oh, and I loved it. And every time, and now I never buy it. I mean, I'm not 15 anymore, but that was one of the cooler things. Peppermint schnapps really did not age well.
No, and it's so Massachusetts. I was at a bachelor party with like half New York, half Mass, and they were all like, "Yeah, who wants some of the doctor?" I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm the doctor, and they're like, that's all they would drink. They got hammered on it. Takes a long time. It's like no alcohol in it. You drink tons of it. It's like Manischewitz to them.
So Fireball, which I'm not going for the Pitbull song, which has also grown on me. That song was really annoying, and now it comes on weddings. I'm like, da 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 da.
I didn't know the name of that song. I just thought it was the wedding song.
It literally goes Fireball.
Yeah, God, by that many beers.
I came,
later,
I saw, I conquered, better I conquered, I came, I sang. No. Well, why am I talking about this on Booze Your Daddy?
God knows.
Zach,
I never know.
the best story of the weekend. It's not Pishadoo of the week, but I want to know how you handle this. Tell me you heard about the roller coaster in Wisconsin named the Fireball.
With the
where
crack?
the people on the roller coaster got stuck upside down for 3 hours.
I thought it was only like the seam was cracking. Isn't there a roller coaster?
That's all. I heard about another one in North Carolina, but what do you do? Now, mind you, this wasn't like Six Flags. I don't think it was a big amusement park. First off, you're up there for 3 hours. When you come down, what do you want?
Just to sit down. Just like to be right side up, man. Like, give me a hot minute. Go get me a big pickle or something. Like,
you don't want a steak in this theme park? Like, I want to know. This happens to you.
I'm not sure Wisconsin theme park steak is the... That's not exactly the porterhouse I'm dying.
No, dummy. S-T-A-K-E, not S-T-E-K-K.
Oh, like a stake through the heart? Just to kill me?
No. I'm talking about you own ownership.
Share of that traveling amusement park?
Have you been drinking?
A little. No. Like, that's something a stake in. I would say a share of or a piece of the action. Nevertheless... Do I care? Do I want? No, I just want to check. I don't want like nickels and dimes coming in from some traveling fair.
Name it. What's your cost? Wonka, how much do you want?
For that?
Yeah.
How much do they have? Is it like
Not
it's
a
not
lot.
Six Flags? It's just like a Carney.
Which is also the name of Eat the Rat's cousin.
Carney?
Yeah, last name, yeah.
Fancy. So like, I would either want $80,000 or a throw with the bearded lady. Dealer's choice.
80 for the story alone, the bearded lady thing.
But it's got to be Rebecca Romaine Stamos from Dirty Work as the bearded lady.
80 grand is your number?
I don't know. Like they don't have much money. Six Flags, I'm asking for it all. Busch Gardens, beer for life. Busch.
Six Flags. Do you know what I do? I get that old man to do a promo for BYD.
Yeah.
You
be the old man. Bring him back. You get to be the old man.
You know that was a woman.
Was it a woman?
Dick. That was a woman, yeah.
I thought she was like a 25-year-old man. It was a woman?
It was a woman. Yeah,
you can move.
Just by the way.
A throw with the woman. Oh, absolutely. A night with that. I don't know. How much is your thing for some traveling hobo carnival?
Yeah, $250,000.
They don't have it. There's no shot you get that.
$250,000 or... as Zach Elias would say, the best revenge is revenge. I want the CEO upside down for 3 hours.
There you go. Now you're going 5 hours. 5, and I'm going to stand there. Yeah, that's actually better.
How did you not think of that? That was I'm tossing up softballs. They're hitting you in the nuts. Call back.
Twice. That would be better revenge, yes. Because you're not going to get any money out of this thing. So make the guy go up there.
You're up there with
the whole plate. All of them watch you up there in a solo car. 5 hours. Yeah, that's good.
If you're with Zoe, how do you react when you're up there? If you're by yourself, how do you act?
Exactly the same. It's battle conditions.
No, I mean, for me, I'm making sure my daughter would be okay.
Yeah, that's the first 5 minutes. Then it's assumed that everyone's okay.
It's 2 hours and 55 minutes of you screaming.
And I pee every half hour, so the whole thing is just a nightmare. Just shooting downward onto people. Like
seconds, not minutes.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere. Like the scene in Girls Trip that Jenna watches constantly. I don't know what you do. But the kid is going to be a nightmare. like absolutely crying. At what point do you try to think of an escape plan? You don't know how long this is going to be.
You die. There's no escape plan.
John McClane could do it.
Yippee-ki-yay?
Yeah, exactly. He could have probably gotten out of that thing and like slid down somewhere. Any action star in the 80s could have done this walk in the park. So
can I admit something to you?
Yeah.
There's times I'm laying in bed and I'm doing the Die Hard 3, the 5-gallon bucket and 3-gallon thing in my head. Like, I'm like, wait, how do you do that? Oh, you do it? Okay, I got it. I mean, it takes me a minute.
It's a second, but like, I got it in the theater too pretty quick. But I didn't yell it out. I really wanted to. Anyway, so I don't know. What point do you just like black out?
You know there's going to be people up there like, oh, my epidermis, help me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Zachy, talking about getting mad, I had something happen to me the other day that I'm not going to yell back.
A lot of upper thigh.
I'm driving in Seagirt, which is just about a half hour south of me. Now, and here in Jersey, I just type things in the GPS, and as a fellow CarPlay user, I don't look at anything anymore. I just tell me where the GPS says drive into the water, I drive in the water. It doesn't matter. I'm going to follow it. It's going to take me the best way. The best is when my patients go like, oh no, you want to make a left? I go, I'm not, whatever you say, I'm literally not paying attention.
They get in the car with you, your patients?
No, they try to tell me the quickest way to avoid traffic, and I go, I have a little computer that tells me how to avoid traffic.
I thought you were Jason Segel and Shrinking. They're just in the car with you. Your patients just...
I have driven a patient to a lake one time and we walked around it, and I don't think I was supposed to do that. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that on air.
Like with ducks?
No, he was like, let's go. He said the lake is a mile away. It would make him happy. It was a really sick guy. I was like, all right, let's do this. I think I might have lost one today. So shout outs to him if he was doing better.
Still alive?
I don't know. I got to call tomorrow. I showed up at this person's house and they're like, oh, dad's in the hospital. I'm like, yeah, he wasn't doing great last time I saw him.
Yeah.
So Seagirt, I'm driving down the road, getting ready to make a right. And I hear like, there's friendly beeping and you're an asshole beeping, right? There's the toot toot. Yeah. There's the beep beep, running our hands through my fro, jumping out 20 feet. No. So there's a person kind of remixed to Ignition.
Love that shit. Go on.
So a lady, doot doot. She then, this is that old lady, she goes like this with rolling the car window down. I'm like, okay. And she goes, because I'm getting ready to make a left. And she goes, hey, is that Spring Lake in that direction? And I pick up my phone. I said, ma'am, I'm not from the area. I'm just following my GPS. She then rolls her eyes and goes, real big help you are.
She doesn't know where she is either.
I cannot believe she yelled at me.
I can't believe you didn't ask her for Grey Poupon at that point.
That's an old reference. People don't get that.
So, man, did you get the Grey Poupon reference?
Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, that would have been great. Or if you just, like, naked gunned her. Stephanie, extend your middle finger. Very good, Stephanie.
I have two good Rob and Neil stories that I got to tell you about.
The hell are Rob and Neil?
My father.
Oh.
The first one was...
Rob and Neil?
First, Robin Neil Snyder.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one was a similar situation. Now, I've told this story before because if you were there...
Did he bench press the Cadillac?
This is the biggest you had to be there, but it was pee your pants funny. I think we're in Ocean City or maybe Wildwood, and we park the car, we're walking for breakfast, and somebody pulls over and go, excuse me, sir, we're looking for, I don't know, the bowling alley. And without missing a beat, my father goes, if you just go up 2 lights, make a right, you'll see it right there on your left, no problem. And the person's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Then we turn and we look at him like, how did you know that? He goes, I don't know where the bowling alley is. But he did it so smooth. It was so funny.
I've actually done that.
But, okay, I've told that story a bunch of times, and people go, that is really horrible. Why did he do that?
I've done that.
You're
the same level of, like, I mean, I don't carry the same kind of plastic he does, but I'm on the way.
Okay, second story. They're on a cruise right now. My parents, my sister's family, and my father entered the world's sexiest man competition. I have video. He got up there.
Now,
picture didn't happen. I'll show it to you. I'll send it to you. Now, here's the funny part, Zach. My father has 2 bits, right? 1, feel my muscles. And 2, I got a bunch of plastic, which truthfully, I was thinking to myself, how would I show off in a World Sex Man? I probably would take out my credit cards and just show the judges who were all with me, like, that's an Amex Black. That's a platinum. You'll go from there. Instead, he did some stupid...
Who cares? Just whip your hog out if you got anything to work with.
He then did some stupid karate kata where he just kind of was like, oh, like Tai Chi. It looked ridiculous.
Like Miyagi?
got 10th place out of 15, which is surprising. He didn't finish DFL. And the worst part is my family's telling me all over the cruise ship, people are coming up and screaming world's sexiest man. Like, he got the unofficial, like, miscongeniality of the competition.
Well, you've seen when I did the adult game show on the cruise and finished in second place, I ended in drag.
Oh my God. I'll give you money. Send it. Put it online.
I'm not putting it online. But I did end up in drag.
I told you that Bud Light wasn't good for you. I knew it.
I had to do a walk-off, and at the end, I did one of these like over-the-shoulder shushes. But my partner was a great partner. She was out of her mind. And yeah, I still have a silver medal from Norwegian cruise somewhere, Royal Caribbean. The whole thing was nuts. But yeah, then all the guys like wore their medals to the after parties. Their female partners, none of them showed. Yeah, it was like, but yes, those cruises get loose. Anything goes.
Zachy, I cut you off last week. I felt bad because you did go to the track and you went up to Massachusetts this past weekend. Do you have a story that's worth talking about right now about either of those? Because you kind of told me something via text about one of your cousins or something that I want to ask about, but I don't know if that's PC.
No, I'm seeing his mother on Thursday.
Okay.
No.
The track,
we'll talk.
Anything?
The track was fun. The track, Zoe had a system. Now, I'm a fan of it's only crazy if it doesn't work. We couldn't pull a pony to save our lives for the first couple of races. Zoe comes back and goes, Daddy, I found a lucky penny. Heads up. Okay, I'll buy anything in these days. I'm losing my shirt here. She collected on the final 5 races since she found that thing. She went to the window 5 races in a row to the point where at the end, I mean, I was staking her a few bucks for the thing. To the end, I was just like, Zoe, who do you like? We'll bet together. I'll stake the whole thing. We'll just split it. She ended up $80. I ended up on the day and fought back, just literally listening to a 9-year-old and a penny. So there you go. There's your horses. Like, nobody knows. A 9-year-old and a lucky penny cleaned up. My idiot friend put literally everything he had in his pocket, $129 on one horse. Zoe bet it to place. My friend bet it to win. Came in second. So Zoe goes up and collects like $11, and this guy's losing his shirt, and she's celebrating like you wouldn't believe. She's like, "Oh my God, I won!" He's like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" Kid's going to community college.
Advice from a lucky penny. This guy's getting marital advice from a fortune cookie.
There's a lot going on here, but the penny worked. So because the fortune cookie did too. You know, a few years and not a few years, a few months and a kid later, you're going strong. But that refrigerator story will definitely test your marriage. That thing is. Massachusetts, it was just hot and rainy. We played golf in the heat, walking only. Ugh, never again.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Good. Oh, it's good for you.
That was good for nobody. A hilly course and Jenna stepped in mud. The whole thing was nishki. But the track was fun. Bring your kid to the track next time when they're old enough to, have a system.
Oh. My kid, we already do the whole Disgusting Brothers thing. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Disgusting.
Zachy, I want to talk about fireworks just real quick.
There's a lot on my window.
Is there anything in the world that starts off amazing or has promise, and within 5 seconds you're like, yeah, I'm done. I can be done with this.
Not 5 seconds, but under 10 minutes. So
under 10 minutes, the whole thing is 10 minutes. You're kidding me right now,
5
right?
5 a.m. This is going to go until. But it's fine. The first year we moved up here, and they're very festive people. Not even their country. I mean, not DR Day. That said,
in the Heights.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. So that guy.
Did you finally seen that?
I've seen it. I've seen it a few times. They showed my building on the Zoom. Anyway, so they do the drone thing. So anyway, yeah, our first year we're like, oh my God, there's amazing local fireworks, and they go anywhere. We're like sitting in our fire escape, having a beer. It was nice. Now it's just like batten down the hatch, just battle conditions. We're not going to sleep tonight. We're in a war zone. I think the Wagner Group is coming up Fort Washington Avenue.
You know he's MIA, right?
He's back. No, he made an appearance today, like as a, hey, I'm back. I'm doing my thing. And apparently there's a new Wagner Group coming up.
Wagner Part 2?
Something like that. They're being called up to the show. But yeah, no, it's 10 minutes. I don't know.
10 minutes? I cannot believe. I remember I had a big 4th of July party in Hoboken, and we did this whole thing, and then we went up to the roof, and you couldn't see it. So quickly, we go down to the waterfront. I swear to God, 2 minutes later, my buddy Murph looks at me and goes, want to go play Pong back at your place? I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
this is
that said, watching fireworks aren't great. Now, I don't want to encourage, like, JPP or other idiots or your thingy with the hands, your what's it called, teaser. Have you ever done fireworks? Because they're fucking fun.
No, it's one of those things where the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
What squeeze? They're just there. I'm not going to New Hampshire to buy them illegally, but or to Chinatown. But yeah, you give me a Roman candle, I'm good. That's fun. Poof, 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 poof.
One little thing right there. I heard on the news today we spent $2.3 billion as a country on fireworks because of the long extended weekend. I'm like, it is just so stupid.
America.
I
saw a guy at the Mets game today. It was in Arizona. They were just panning in the crowd. People with like American flag shirts. One guy's shirt just said Second Amendment. That was it. Like an animal. Nothing else. What do you? Not that my shirt's anything great, but where do you get that shirt? Custom made. That's Etsy probably.
There's definitely amendments that were like revoked, right? It was like you can't do this, and the amendment was now you can do this.
No, yes, but slavery. But you could, then you can't.
All right, we're out. That's it.
We're not out. But like the Second Amendment has a lot more to it than just like go get a shit ton of guns. It's not the opening of a Nirvana song. Load up on guns.
I'm a fan of bear arms, right? Like clearly.
Oh, I hate that you had that loaded and it was pretty good. That really wasn't bad at all. Nevertheless,
wait, that is not original. That's a dad joke.
No, but it's perfect because you're rocking bare arms. It works. And we've lost everyone. Anyway, though, yeah, there's like it's to form a well-trained militia for like if the King of England kicks in your door or something, not just to bring guns to a ball game, or whatever he's rocking.
What next? It can't be.
Exactly. So, nevertheless, it was a fantastic American shirt. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I got a good one, though. In 2021, 22, 23, whatever, you got to be real careful what you say, how you offend, and you and I have a problem. There is a new term going around, Zachy, which is, as a doctor, it is scientifically correct. There was some, like, mugging or something, and they put pictures of these women online to be like, if you've seen these two people, and somebody captioned it with looking for two high-calorie individuals.
That means fat? High calorie?
That is what fat is. It is stored calories. It's for insulation and stored energy. High-calorie individuals is scientifically correct.
Love it.
It's good, right?
It's real good. It's real good.
I saw that. I was like, that's going to stick.
Do you hear that pop? It's like a war zone out there.
Hey, feeling jerky?
Fire.
Give me some quirky.
Yeah, I am. I think it's a slow news week, but
the opposite.
Yeah, for you, the Colorado Supreme Court case. You've heard about this thing? The web designer who won't allow.
Yeah, this was talked about on BYD months ago.
There's more.
Did you heard an update, and I was just like, I don't care.
No, the update's fantastic. So they tried to find the guy who's the plaintiff or complainant or whatever. He's married to a woman, so not gay. And so he never did anything. He didn't actually complain.
He was just complaining for the sake of it.
No,
yeah.
He didn't actually complain. They made it up as a hypothetical. But when they contacted the guy, he's married to a woman. Oh, stop traffic. He's also a web developer. So he wouldn't even need help making a website.
That's great.
So it's a hypothetical case, which is apparently banned. And you can't do that in the Supreme Court. They can't deal with hypothetical. It's only has to be factual. But they're not throwing it out. Yeah, he's no website help. He's not getting married. He's already married to a woman.
And I assume business is booming for this cake place, right?
Gotta be.
Has to be.
But like he just tic-tac-toe of all the things wrong with that case.
Love it.
Yeah, the whole thing is absolutely chaos. So what else are we working with? The Met fan that fell, he was just one.
Great. And didn't go to jail? I look like a real idiot. He didn't
go to jail. He fell on his face. He went like hands up.
I was close to putting him as our teaser cover, but
then they were roasting him too. The announcers, because he had a hat, glasses, and like a banjo. They called him Mr. Potato Head. I was dying, just dying.
I was watching the game on mute because we were doing our weekly code names. It was good though.
The Mr. Potato Head was fantastic. There's some guy who's making a fortune apropos of right now, and you can't.
Zach Elias? I know who he is.
Hardly. I could though for this. There's people who call in 311 and get set up noise complaints, and you can apparently get a percentage of the fine if you. Some guy made like $600,000 doing this.
This is great.
You can get self-appointed noise police can make between 25 and 50% of the fines levied against businesses accused of using outdoor sound systems to attract patrons. Meanwhile, I'm sitting out here with pop, pop, pop. The whole world is ending around me. So there's that. The Barbie movie banned in Vietnam.
Did you hear why?
Ted Cruz is an idiot, and he's upset about it too because they showed
These things
a
are
map
not together.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on. Showed a map of China that's not supposed to be shown. It's giving away secrets or something. It's just a map.
So
it's
the way I heard
in
it,
front of a map.
who turned 33 the other day, which I can't believe Wolf of Wall Street was back that long ago. No, the way I understood the Vietnam Barbie thing was basically there's parts of Vietnam that were taken back from China or something. And in the movie, they show it where the territory is still Chinese occupied. So Vietnam's being like, no, that's not Chinese. That's ours now. And we're not supporting you.
It's the fucking Barbie movie. The whole thing has got to be out of control, insane. One cocaine nightmare. Good Lord. And I just don't love the competitive eating. I don't get it. I don't like it as a sport. I don't like people who are trained for it. I want to see the hot dog contest. Give me 7 fat guys off the street who go in cold and just do what fat guys do. Or what do they call it? High calorie or calorie plus? What would you say?
High calorie individual.
Yeah. Give me 7 high calorie individuals who can eat 11 hot dogs just cold with the
it is a sport. Did you not watch the ESPN?
I don't want it to be a sport. I want it to be just fat guys doing fat guys.
Red, White, and Chew. It's more about Kobayashi, but it shows Joey Chestnut, who I think I've told you is the Neville Longbottom to my Harry Potter. Same birthday, same day.
What?
He's same birthday, same year. We might have been switched at birth, for all I know.
Might have been. He had the good hair. But I don't get it. I don't like the professional eaters. I want to just see like pie eating contests like in Stand By Me.
Zachy, can we skip Whatcha Watchin this week and then jump to the Pishadoo? Is that okay?
It's the Bear and Guy Fieri shows. Enjoy.
Agreed. It's the Bear. It's fantastic. I'm going to finish the Bear this week. Can we talk about it next week?
Sure.
I'm on like episode 8. It's the best show on television right now.
It's season 1.
Got
I don't know. I'm only 4 deep.
I have lots to say about it. Pishadoo of the
Jewish
week.
Lightning. I was cracking up.
I got 9 candidates for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Candidate number 1, you say she could be the Pishadoo any week, but this one I'm starting off because I want you to go through them and then be like, no, it was Allison. My sister comes up last week with her family in the morning, 7 a.m. My sister's like, you know what? We're going to go for a walk. Her and her husband, we're going to go to Dunkin' and get breakfast. Do you want anything? No, I'm good. We're going to get a couple of coffees. Allison, this isn't really a walking town. She goes, yeah, but we like to walk on vacation. We like the exercise. Dunkin's about 1.2 miles. Takes her about, I don't know, a half hour to get there. I'm upstairs. It's a war zone. We're feeding the baby. We're cleaning. And she's at Dunkin' Donuts. And my sister goes, so the walk was further than I realized. And we have a lot to carry. Can you come pick me up? I'm like, am I a Juber? Like, you think I'm coming to pick you up?
Juber is excellent. This whole thing was an excuse to say Juber, but it's very good. Why can't you just call an Uber?
She did.
You?
Yeah.
You charge her?
And the best part, she goes...
What time in the morning was it? What time did you have to...
7:30.
No. What if you just said no?
Why I don't. But
I know you don't.
The worst part, she goes, Alan, it was like 3 minutes away. I said, it was 4 minutes. Meanwhile, do you know what that little asshole did? She texted me when she was walking into the Dunkin', not when she was at Dunkin'. So when I got there, I had to wait 5 minutes because she was still placing her order to come out. Then it was like 15 minutes.
There's a world where I leave.
I told you, you said any week she could be it, but that was candidate.
Left. So
candidate number 1.
For $4 in a small town Uber for $3, she could be a big shot.
Candidate number 2.
Why you anything in Dunkin'?
I didn't want anything, but Julia got something.
And she paid?
Yeah.
She Venmo you?
She Venmos me sometimes. She's a sweetheart. She's
generous.
She's cheap, but she's generous at the same time.
Not to me.
Candidate number 2. Watching UFC this past weekend, and man, there are a lot of female commentators. I know that they do stuff and they know stuff, but great. They have one who talks about betting. Her name is Minty Betts. I can't take her seriously. I know it's a real name. She's a Filipino descent, born in Vegas. They named her Minty Betts. All of her picks were shit. I want to take you seriously as a commentator. Yeah, you would.
Of course I would. Minty Betts for this. I would have with a fabulous moolah. What do I care?
The bearded lady. A roll with the bearded lady on the fireball.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really stupid. Her name is so dumb. That's where you change your name to something different. I'd rather, if it was Melissa Smith, I don't move on. I'm like, oh, Melissa Smith, she knows something, whether she knows or not. But Minty Betts, I'm not going to forget.
No, Minty
really
Betts, you get the job.
Can number 3, Caleb Dressel, who is,
Whoa. Sita Ramidal from Trinidad. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, smash the like button. Hit subscribe. You're very
smash
thirsty.
Everything. Smash us. It's perfect.
Caleb Dressel, who is the heir apparent to Michael Phelps. This guy won 5 gold medals last Olympics. Didn't qualify for the World Championships.
So, Dan and Dave.
That's not good.
Remember Dan and Dave, and one of them didn't qualify, and Reebok hyped this thing for like 6 months before the Olympics?
You're a little older than me. I just thought that's a little bit. I assume that's like a injury type of thing, but that's really bad that you're a 2 year ago removed gold medalist. Now you're not qualifying for championships.
It's swimming. The most amazing thing I've ever seen in the pool was Katie Ledecky with the chocolate milk on her head.
Michael Phelps. Where's he from?
It doesn't matter. He's a Maine. Katie Ledecky swam a full lap with chocolate milk on her head, didn't spill a drop, and then chugged it. Love her.
That's pretty. Oh, nice Jewish girl, yeah?
I don't think so.
Who am I thinking of? Sarah McSomething? One of them.
No. One of those skaters.
Sarah Hughes was, but I think Ledecky was half.
I think you think about Tara Lipinski.
Still would.
Oh,
Those years? Oh, yeah.
Johnny, we were first just to get to her.
Segue from Michael Phelps is not from
You're
Maine.
You're an animal.
Tell me, this actually is my number 1 candidate. Maine woman finds a bear attacking her dog, getting ready to go for her dog. She runs outside, punches the bear in the face. Bear scratches her, runs into the woods. Is she out of her goddamn mind?
She's a fucking hero.
To saving her dog?
Love it. Absolutely. Your border collie, Julie, does the same thing.
No. If that happened out here in New Jersey, you could say bye-bye to the border collie. If it was my son,
a real asshole.
If it's my son, I go down with the ship. Like, I'm going out there, we're doing everything I can.
Not you, Julia, for the collie.
Julia can barely make it down the stairs right now. You think she's going out for the collie?
Why is she such... Jenna was...
Childbirth, man.
Yeah, Jenna played softball like 4 days after having Zoe.
Guess
the ump was making sure she was okay. What?
Nothing.
So is Julia milking it?
Yeah, she's pumping.
That wasn't bad. By the way,
next,
do they still make noise? Because that noise will haunt you. Maybe technology is better.
It's definitely gotten better, but Zach, I could sleep through fireworks right now. I'm so tired.
There's fireworks on cue. Pop, pop, pop.
Next candidate. Do you know they're making flying cars? The patent just got approved.
Yeah, where's my Jetsons car?
You sure? Because I'm going with. I don't want to be on the first round of people can't drive.
$250,000 for one of those things. They can get the Titanic crowd. But once
it's not the cost of it. It's people are the worst drivers. Do you understand the consequence? There's going to be cars going into kitchens. There's a car in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's going to be just dropping through. Yeah, that's not good. But the Fifth Element, though.
We don't need this.
We do need this.
No, what you need before we have flying cars are the trains that go like 8,000 miles an hour. You get from New York to LA in 3 hours. I'd rather we focus on that before flying cars.
I want to train from crosstown on 125th Street. That would make everyone's life better.
they had. Oh, you just like an L train?
Yeah, no. Like underground, it hits all the trains on 125th and then takes you to Randall's Island so you can play softball and then to LaGuardia.
You're literally talking about like the S train or the L train right now.
You can call it the X from Malcolm X.
And
then everyone's happy.
It's really good.
Yeah. So make it happen.
Why are you not in charge?
I should be. I should be mayor. I got skeletons, man.
Next candidate. We give Joe Biden a hard time on this podcast, as do a lot of other people in this world. Yeah, but I heard a story which I was like, okay, time out. It was discovered that he did some press conference, and you could see the straps on his face, which means he wears a BiPAP or a CPAP machine for sleep apnea. And they had a fucking field day.
Are you sure? Because they found some coke in the White House recently. It might have been his. Like today. Someone's blowing lines.
Yeah, Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
So Joe Biden has sleep apnea, which they're making it this like he's not fit to be a president. Well, first off, do you know that people die every year from sleep apnea? Which yes. I was trying to come up with a worse way to die. That's like a common way to die. I really would not. I know.
How about getting mauled by a bear protecting your dog? I think that's worse.
doesn't. Well, why you die with dignity? Nobody wants to be like, yeah, so and so
Not on
snored a
your
lot.
show. You think she's a Pishadoo? She won that fight.
Could you imagine having to explain to somebody like, yeah, unfortunately, things didn't go well with my wife. She choked on her tongue in the middle of the night, snoring and sleeping. You're like, that's it? That's the story?
Yeah,
What do you think that eulogy is
I'll
like?
choke on my tongue.
Oh, terrible. Anyway, Joe Biden has apnea. This was one of those stories that I heard, and I went, wait. This is a good thing that he wears a machine. Right. This means it'll keep him alive more. That just really bothered me that people got crazy. Next candidate, tell me you saw those two idiots that keyed the Coliseum.
No.
It was like Z loves J, Z plus J on the Coliseum. They're going to a lot of jail. I was like, what the fuck are you? Why would you do that?
Like the Coliseum or the LA Coliseum? Because one of them's really not a big deal.
The Roman Coliseum, sir.
It's not a big deal. Zoe peed on the Arc de Triomphe.
That's not a that gets washed away with the Maranata.
Maybe.
I can't believe people would do that. It's desecration. That really bothered me. And I got two more. I saw that there's some league. I don't know where it is. They lowered the rims to 8 feet 6 inches, and people are just out there dunking like
it's the
Kobe.
Israeli league. It's a Jewish league.
Maybe.
It's
and people are out there
40 and over league.
They're bawling, and I'm just like, what if somebody who shows up who's 6'6"? Like, you're not a big dick walking around dunking on a rim that low.
Wembenyama.
Yeah, right. And last candidate, follow me here. If you try to fly or travel on a holiday weekend, Juneteenth, July 4th, Labor Day, Memorial Day, you're an idiot.
Open with Juneteenth?
Well, that only because that happened last year at Dallas Josh's wedding. It was a shit show because it wasn't just everything's crazy. Well, flights were
Juneteenth. So disrespectful.
I think it was the 18th, but it was the Juneteenth weekend, which is Juneteenth itself is my sister's anniversary.
He's a pretty big racist, Dallas Josh.
And the United CEO, where there's all the problems with United Airlines, was like, well, sucks for you guys. I'm going to take my private jet. And he decided to fly, and everybody is giving him a lot of shit. Zach, do you know who the Pishadoo is?
Anyone who can't afford a private jet.
100%. Be richer. Like, you know what? I'm sorry. Did you think the United CEO was flying commercial with or without air
steerage? He's supposed to ice up. I'm always either on the wing or by the bathroom. I've never been not by the bathroom.
Like, I just can't believe people are so mad about this. Yes. Julia makes me ride bitch every time. Every time.
Right, but do you ever have a good row or a good seat or is it ever a pleasant experience?
Yeah. When did COVID strike? March the 10th, 2020. We flew March the 8th. There was nobody on that plane.
That's pretty good. In general, I'm never. You're in the middle seat.
Yeah, because Julia needs the window. Yeah.
No. I was grandma's on the wing, man. I need the aisle.
On the way back from LA, which was March the 13th of 2020, the plane was empty. And there were people wearing all this stuff. Ready? So we're sitting we have our own rows for ourselves. I moved to the row behind me, which was the extra leg room. The flight attendants made me move. Like, sir, you didn't pay for that seat. I'm like, I can sit. There's nobody on the plane. It was comically empty, and they made me move.
You didn't give them a harder time than that? Like, dude, lady, come on.
COVID was happening. Everybody was like, don't look at me. I'm going to get COVID.
Lady, come sit down next to me. Tell me your story. Like, penny for your thoughts. We got nothing to do all trip. You're not handing out little bottles of booze. So let's share a Malibu and let's see where this goes.
Free promo. Shout out Tom Segura, one of my favorite comedians. Tom Segura.
Gene Segura.
Tom Segura, one of my favorite comedians, released a new special out today. It's called Sledgehammer on Netflix. I'm going to watch it. He's great, but he has a rant that went viral where, he started from nothing. He's worked his way up. The guy, he just did like a 300-city world tour in 2 years, whatever. Guy's doing very well, and he goes on a viral rant where he talks about like the stuff he buys, the places he goes, and he goes, people give me a lot of shame about doing this. He goes, he turns to the camera, he goes, if you can't afford this stuff, figure it the fuck out. I don't care about your problems. This is how I feel about the United CEO. You know what? The guy worked to get where he gets. He's the CEO. Shut up.
Yeah. He worked hard. Or he knew a guy, blew a guy, whatever it is.
The order is going to be bad. But Allison calls a Juber. We got Minty Bets. Caleb Dressel fails to qualify. Flying cards. Biden sleep apnea. Maine punches the Maine woman. Punches the bear. Keyed the Coliseum. 8.5-foot rims. And the United CEO. Zach, who is the Pishadoo of the week?
Like in reality, it's probably the guys who keyed the Coliseum, but for the purposes of this thing, because she called you early, it's Allison. Because that is so premeditated. She just didn't enjoy the walk. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that she had anything to carry. She just didn't want. She couldn't be hassled. Because she didn't know yet the weight of the goods.
Hey, guess what I got?
Well, what do you think it is? It's Allison.
The Minty Bets thing really bothered me.
Why? What do you give a shit?
Because I'm trying to be an equal opportunist and take people seriously. With a name like that, I was like, I don't care what you have to say.
You're taking someone seriously who calls you from going into the restaurant before coming out? Because that's just a Shonda. And she knows it.
I got trivia.
Oh.
There was a tweet that went viral on Wednesday, Thursday, and it said something on the lines of, congratulations to that person who's celebrating the last weekend with all 10 fingers. You saw the promo. It was JPP. For trivia, Zach, I am going to be testing your knowledge on people with missing fingers.
Ooh.
Question number 1. Name the Lord of the Rings character who lost a finger to save Middle-earth.
I don't fucking know.
Gollum bit it off.
Gollum?
Gollum bit it off. So name anybody else.
Okay, fine. So then it was...
I'll give you a hint. It was
Samwise Gamgee.
It was not Dildo Baggins. It was
Frodo.
Mr. Frodo. Yep. Candid. No. Question. The second. Which Batman mangled a finger in a dirt bike accident in 2009?
It's gotta be Christian Bale.
It was Christian Bale. Good job.
He's not Batman.
He played Batman, and he
played Batman. He's not Batman.
I'm Batman.
Absolutely. Or the guy with the nipples on his thing.
Question number 3. Legendary guitarist lost his middle finger in an axe chopping incident when he was 6 years old.
Legendary guitarist.
Jam band guitarist?
Jerry Garcia, I think it was,
yeah,
wasn't it?
It was Jerry. Yeah, definitely.
Question
number 4. Which friend is missing a part of their index finger, which was severed by a door slam as a child?
Matthew Perry.
Mrs. Shenanler Bong is correct. And question number 5. James Doohan lost a finger on D-Day storming the Juno Beach when he was hit by 6 bullets. I got a two-parter. Zach, who the fuck is James Doohan?
James Doohan.
I didn't know if you'd know this or not. Do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah, sure.
He's Scotty from Star Trek.
Huh.
The original Scotty. And which country was he representing when he was fighting in World War... was that the first? Second.
What country was he representing? America, probably.
Incorrect. He's fighting for sure. If it's Scotty and it's James Doohan, he was fighting for Canada.
The fuck who fights for Canada?
Brian Boitano?
Maybe. The original Chekhov went to my high school.
Chekhov?
Yeah, he's American.
Booze Your Dad to the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. This was a long one. This was fun. Happy America, everybody. 247 years. Suck it, England. I don't care what people say. Back-to-back World War champions. Zach, you did talk about the eating competition. This came up in competition. This came up in conversation. You're in the hot dog eating competition. How many can you take down in 10 minutes?
Bunto. I'm not doing the water. In 10 minutes, guns to my head, 8.
I said 9. People are overestimating if they think they can do more.
Yeah, the bun will get you.
We out.
All right, we out.